Hello once again everybody, Hyler Tamerlane with another Obscurity in Miniature. Today we're going to be taking a look at GW's new Branchwych kit. I have not gotten around to building her yet because, well, I have no real good excuse. I honestly couldn't figure out how I wanted to paint her. So, not the most exciting of parts layout. She's about 11 pieces I believe, but I had some cool ideas I wanted to use her for outside of Silver Tower and Warhammer Quest. I have no plan on building a Sylvaneth army. So she's more than likely going to just become yet another in my never-ending roster of hero models for Silver Tower, which we still haven't gotten around to playing because I still haven't bothered to finish painting everything yet. So hopefully she will speed things up. I wanted to get her primarily for myth, believe it or not. I know myth is kind of a four-letter word around some parts of the internet that reside with board games, but I never really cared for the Spriggan model, and I thought, you know what, the Branchwych, probably a much cooler looking model choice for that. And she's got a giant centipede hanging off her back, so hey, why not? So with that said, why don't we take a look at how she goes together. Alright, so here's our finished Branchwych, and she was a lot more obnoxious than I expected her to be. A couple of things to point out. First of all, the contact points for her arms were really obnoxious. Her legs, not so much. Her legs just kind of slotted into the torso. The torso is actually two pieces, the front and the back. The front is basically where everything is actually going to connect to, though. So, you'll see I made a nice gluey mess there on her arms. But the contact points were just really obnoxious to put together, and her head as well. And I'm assuming it's a her because it's a witch, and witches are usually female. So, pardon my gender choice of words. But, getting back on task here, her head was quite a bit of an obnoxious thing too. I don't know if I actually put those antlers of hers in correctly. I'm going to assume I did, and it's going to let the glue take. And we will just leave her be for the time being, and we'll clean her up after things have dried a bit there. Let's see if we can get her in focus a bit better. So just for a good sense of scale, we have our typical Dude Bro Marine and our Witch Hunter friend. My stereotypical humans, I should say. If you're planning on using her or anything else, I do have a privateer figure handy. Bloody Bradigan Pit. Here's well, if you've seen the video on him, hear me wax nostalgic over him. But yeah, so good sized figure overall. Pretty fragile looking. I'm hoping she stays together in one piece. But again, my intended purpose is she's either going to end up in a game of Silver Tower if we ever get around to playing it, if I can ever finish painting everything, or she's going to end up being a stand-in Spriggan for Myth. Because we finally got all of the Season 2 or Wave 2 pieces, and I would love to give it all a spin now, because who knows when I'm ever going to get my upgraded miniatures from whoever now owns the company, Ulysses or something. So, we'll leave it at that. So, overall, I'm pretty happy with her. I didn't actually get her in the Start Collecting box. I know that's the easiest way. I think she might be one of the Silver Tower hero boxes, but I ended up just picking her up out of a consignment case. I know there's tons of them on eBay as well for pretty reasonable prices. I think by herself, if you want to pick her up from GW, she probably is going to cost you 20 plus, which honestly, for a 32 millimeter based figure, I'm not having that kind of pricing. 10 to 15, that's my threshold for a figure like this. And I figure, you know, over 10 parts, $10 to $15. Okay, sure. Fair enough. So, if you were ever in the mood for some kind of funky, and the other thing is she's not the most pleasantly faced of figures. She looks kind of angry despite my poor gluing job. And the antlers just give off a bit of a demonic look to her as well. So I'm thinking instead of going with more nice and warm browns and greens, I'm thinking I'm going to be going with a reddish-orange fall look to it. I'm pretty sure I've seen some Kurnoth Hunters that had a similar look from GW itself, so we might go with a more autumn theme to give her a bit of a nastiness edge to her. Because she doesn't look like the nicest of figures. She doesn't look very happy there. But that is the Branchwych. Not the most exciting figure, but not the most exciting video either, and, well, hopefully we'll see her painted soon. I'm trying to get through a bunch of major projects, and we will hopefully have her back with some colors soon enough. This has been High Lord Tamerlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying see you later.